Well, you know how you're going along and everything's fine and dandy, and then it's suddenly, I need to look at that now. So here we are today. Turn on the ignition. Everything's fine. The car's starting okay. But let's have a look at the washer jet performance. So that one's working, driver's side. But that one's. Turn off the audio. So this one is pretty miserable. I'll take a bit of video from outside so you can see better. So here's the driver's one. Quite nice. Passenger one. Miserable. And of course, as soon as I started doing this, the bloody rain's come on. So I've now opened the bonnet up. There's one jet there. Where the hell? Yeah, there. Don't think you can see that. There you go. There's one jet there on the passenger side. And there's the one there on the driver's side. So, I'm assuming I'll need to undo that clip there. Probably this one here. And this one here. That's where the hose comes in. So let's see if I can get these clips out. Many moons ago, I got this. I got a set of body trim panel removal tools from AliExpress that came with a motorcycle tank that I bought from China. So I'm guessing this tool is the most likely one. I did get another one, which I've got here, which I don't think is going to be much use apart from maybe pulling out trim. Very different colour on the screen. It's like very bright orange. It's a very different colour compared to the eye. It looks kind of yellow on the camera, but it's bright orange. So anyway, I'm going to try and see if these take out the clips. See how that goes. I'm going to try this one first. It's done something. I don't feel like I'm getting very far. It has taken it out slightly. Maybe I need to leave it around more. It's definitely doing something, but I wouldn't say it's brilliant. Oh yeah, there we go. Ah, I could have done without that. So it's fallen down in there somewhere, so I can see it. That's fine. It's like away down at the bottom there. So I'll get a pair of long nose pliers. It's not fallen down at the ground, and I shall retrieve it just there. But the next two clips I'm going to do with both hands, not while videoing. Well, it was too big. Oh, bollocks. Too big a distance to get my long nose pliers down there. So, what I'm attempting to do is get my hand down the back here and then grab the friggin' thing. There we go. Right. So, that's what the clip looks like. It was not quite exactly what I thought it looked like. So it's more a case of closing that in. Right, so I'm going to put that there to be safe. So that then lets me fold this back, and how does that? Right, so that's further down than my fingers will allow, so the clip looks like. So does that just pop out? I'm not sure, but might be a hose join there, I'm not sure. I'll need to have a look at this, but as it's only this one here, my fingers, can I see that? There we go, there. I'm not needing to take off the driver's side because it's still working, so I'll need to see what's down and in there if possible. So I can't see that yet. I'll need to review the video footage, see what I'm dealing with. Done. I cheated. I went onto AliExpress and eBay and I had a look at that clip, if it'll focus. And what I've done is I've taken a screwdriver, I've put it in here. If you can see any of this, it's terrible light because I'm kind of looking at the sun. Put the screwdriver in there, the flat blade, and I've just kind of twisted it, and then that's clicked out. Now I've got it on the other side, and it's a really awkward place for it. So there's the pipe and the jet. So what I need to do is take the rubber hose off. Now what I think I have to do is I need to clamp something onto this rubber hose because otherwise it'll disappear inside the bonnet. And once I've done that, I'll see if I can blow back whatever debris is inside the jet, but I'll need to find something to stop that hose disappearing inside, or if there's some way on the inside. Yeah, I think that's what you do. I think what you do is you disconnect the hose from here. So I'll try that with two hands. There's a join there. I'll see if I can disconnect that and pull the whole jet out in a oneer. Right, I've done that. So just there's a join, and I've just basically twisted it, rotated it, and it's come out. So in theory, I have to grab this and pull it out. So here we go. Now, one of the things I'll say, when you're looking for spare parts, it's worth having a look online to see what you get. So I did notice on eBay, the jets come with this hose, or the tail. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to see if I can blow back through this. No, it's something's blocking that, definitely. So they're not expensive from AliExpress. They're like £1 or something, or you get two of these, including the tail, on eBay for $4.99. So I'm going to do a quick test and see if any water comes out of that hose when I push it. So let's see. Pushed back the insulation with a screwdriver in that recess, and I'm going to see if the water shoots out. Yeah, plenty of water coming out. So I know now it's not the pump. Alright, I'm in the house. It looks like that's blocked, unless that's a filter, because the problem is I don't have another one to compare it with. But I'm wondering if that sludge that I had in my pump from using that Euro car parts / car parts for you, difficult to get that to focus. I'm going to get a pin or needle and see if I can pull any of that out. I've tried blowing on the jet. I've tried sucking, well, when I had the rubber hose on, I've tried sucking it back. I've tried blowing it through. All have failed so far. But to me, that does look like there's stuff inside there. So I'm going to get a needle, put it in and see what I can pull out. This is what I'm attempting to do. I've taken some toilet roll. Obviously, if it was in the COVID times, this would be like, you know, £1,000 a roll, but it's not the case nowadays. So I've twisted it and then I've put it inside. Obviously, I'm going to have to use 2 hands to do this, but I'm now going to do it the way I've rolled it in, and then I'm going to turn it around so that it expands, you know, so it expands as it comes back out. Hopefully takes whatever there is in there out with it. So, see what happens then. Okay. So that was the needle I tried, didn't seem to make any difference. And that's whatever it is inside. So is that two slots that translates to these? I'm not sure. But I will, let's see. That says 14. So much for 2 slots. Well done, Inspector. So it says 14, so is that like where it goes through there at the top? Hard to tell. So I'll just need to see if I can blow it back through or suck it out from this end, but you can definitely see in there, but it's not like there's anything obvious there. I've definitely had a bit of success. So I tried blowing in there, couldn't get any air to escape. I tried sucking on there, you know, just put your mouth on it and just slowly but surely build up the pressure or the vacuum. I don't know if anything changed internally. Yeah. Oh, it's upside down, that's why. Well, for reading the number. So yeah, it still says number 14. But anyway, what I did was I sucked on this really quite hard. And then I started to get air coming through here. So now I have tried to blow with my mouth on this, and there is air coming out. And then I've put my mouth on there again, and I've sucked on there, built up a vacuum by putting my finger on the end. So it's definitely doing something. So proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the eating, or the squirting, as it's going to be. Who are Mrs. Squirting, eh? But I'll now plug this back on and I'll see if I've done any good. As if I've not, there we go. I've got my computer there. Wouldn't buy those ones, but £5.51 for 2 of them. I would get them from China because I'm a cheap git. But this is what I used. You see, like, you can see that clip there. So when you look at the jet, you see what you're actually fighting against. So obviously it goes into the bodywork, and this part clips it. So if you can probably see there's been a slight bit of friction there where it's come away. So if you're trying to prise it out, at the top end of the bonnet is where the clip is. Should get it out quite easily. It came out easily for me. I've not rehearsed this. Anybody that watches my channel knows I talk about things as I encounter them. I don't do things where it's like, oh yeah, this is so easy. I'll tell you exactly what happens and if I cock something up in the middle of it. So I'm going to put this back onto the hose and see if it does a decent spray. Ignition's on. Oh, bloody hell. The trick there is not to put your camera in the way of the windscreen wipers. So it's... I'm not so sure that's quite as good as that one. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit this, I'm going to reinstall it back into the bonnet, put the bonnet down and give it a go. If it's no good, I'm just going to order some from AliExpress. Right, here we go. It's still pants. So that one's working okay. That one's not. For whatever reason, I have failed. So I think the best thing to say is to be continued.